guys, what's up? It's Joe Ready from Ready's Rise. I'm back here at Crown Eurocars in St. Petersburg, Florida, and we have another amazing Mercedes Benz. What we have is this 2019 Mercedes Benz E450 Wagon 4MATIC. So let's talk a little bit about Mercedes Benz history. Mercedes Benz has been around since 1926, if you could believe that. Through so many different trials and tribulations, whether it was the World Wars, whether it was the World Depression, Mercedes-Benz has gone through it all, and they really come out looking really great, especially when you're wanting performance and also luxury. One of the reasons why I bring up the word performance is it goes all the way back to their Grand Prix racing days. There were these cars, which they still have in Formula One, known as the Silver Arrows. And the Silver Arrows were infamous for winning so many races, especially behind the wheel was Sterling Moss, one of the greatest Grand Prix drivers of all time. Now fast forward to 2019, Lewis Hamilton is getting the business done in Formula One as the world champion and whatnot. But you know what? All that technology, it's coming and hitting the streets, and it's doing it in such a great way. So let's go ahead, check out this 2019 E450 Wagon. Now I chose this one because many of you were asking me for the E450 Wagon. Here it is. You ask, I deliver. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're working with. Love the headlight design. You can see the very stylish DRLs that they're running inside that headlight housing. Of course, full LEDs. What I like about this car is that it's a wagon. You don't need to go the SUV route anymore. You could stay with a wagon, and I'm glad Mercedes-Benz keeps this car around. Yes, they have great SUVs, but this wagon styling, I love it. I think it's a great car. Now, as we come across the front, one thing I want to show you is this is fake. I am going to zonk the E450 for that. Why does this have to be fake? I have no idea. I wish they would have, if they want to have a fancy design, just keep the horizontal slots and paint the rest of it this nice metallic gray color. As we come across the front, love the front end of the business. The gloss black with the nice chrome bits here and there, that silver arrow there, that Mercedes-Benz logo, such an iconic brand, an iconic symbol, just hits the nail right on the head. Now, I do like the way they have the same exact design, both bottom and top. And I also think it was very smart to keep this black down here, this lower lip spoiler, to just break it up. But I'm telling you, front of the business for a wagon, this thing is very aggressive, very sporty looking. Of course, many Mercedes-Benz, pretty much all of them, have a front-facing camera. You're gonna get the rear-facing camera. By law, they have to. All manufacturers for 2019, you have to have at least a backup camera. Going up onto the hood, very simple but distinctive body lines. You got that Mercedes-Benz logo. Like I said, so iconic. As we come around the corner here, I like what I'm seeing. This car is perfect with these wheels. Black, gloss black wheels with the brushed aluminum. You can see a very large, flat silver caliper. And then guess what? Even though this is a non-AMG car, you're getting cross-drilled and fully ventilated rotors on a wagon. That's awesome. I like that. Definitely is going to do the business. And these are the AMG style wheels. So you can option this 20 different ways from Sunday. This one has the optional AMG wheels. Now, if you're wondering, well, what is the overall size of this wheel? This is an 18-inch wheel, so nothing too crazy, but 18 inches, and it's a 245 width and a 45 sidewall. So very good setup, looks great with this color. As we go down the side, what I love about the wagon, not a bunch of chrome on the side of it. I like the gloss black on the mirrors, all the way around the treatment. Up onto the roof, the whole roof is gloss black. You got a nice panoramic sunroof, gloss black. I wish they would have taken it all the way to the rear. That's gonna be a zonk. This area is all black. That back area needs to be black as well. That would look spot on. But everything else, just a little bit of chrome to match what's going on at the front end of the business. Coming down the side, here's your second door handle, just a little bit, but I love the black treatment. Sets it off perfect. And then as you come to the rear of this, I like the way it's got a nice, simple, low roofline spoiler here, just to come right off the tail end. And then dropping down, you can see the nice touches of chrome, that iconic symbol again, the Mercedes symbol, nice LED lights. If you look, 1, 2, functional exhaust. Mercedes is not doing that on some of their cars anymore. So it's nice to see that they're functional. I just wish they connected. They're separate. They're like a beauty trim ring. The style is a little vacuum cleaner, but at least it's not totally squared off. So I'll put up with that. I do like the diffuser though. Very nice touch. From front to back, you can see that this is definitely something different than an SUV. Let's go ahead, pop the hood and see what we're working with. All right guys, hood is popped on the E450 wagon. What you're looking at is a V6 twin turbocharged. It's a 3-liter, putting out 362 horsepower, 369 foot-pounds of torque. It has a 9-speed automatic transmission, MPGs, 20 in the city, 28 on the highway, top speed of around 130 miles an hour. And you know what? Not too shabby considering that the car weighs around 4,100 pounds. Now I am gonna zonk underneath the hood because there is a lot of plastic, but I do like the iconic Mercedes Benz logo planted perfectly and just very clean. When you open up the hood of any of the German cars, very, very clean setup. But why don't we go ahead, fire this up and see what it sounds like. All right guys, we're inside the 2019 E450 wagon with that 4MATIC. Whenever you see 4MATIC on a Mercedes Benz, that's gonna be their all-wheel drive system. Now I know you're probably wondering, Joe, I'm liking this wagon. I wanna be different from all those SUV people out there and really have something that's gonna handle way better than any of those vehicles. What's the price? MSRP, the way that this one is optioned is an MSRP of around $77,000. Remember, you could option these so many different ways. Let's see what you get. To the doors. So very attractive, sexy looking door. You have the wood finish up top. I love the brushed aluminum on the speaker cover. I love the brushed aluminum trim for operating the seat. And then you have some wonderful soft leather and white contrast stitching done very nicely with a large pocket. It works great for the door panel. Now, as we come to the dash, really digging the soft material. You can see that they put some actual style into their AC vents. Another thing I'm noticing is everything is pushed very forward here, and I'm liking that because it's really freeing up all this space. You can see the large infotainment, horizontal infotainment system. There's our navigation, so clear. Let me show you. We could go through different mode settings here. So you got comfort. You could go into sport. That's gonna adjust all those different things, the way the power delivery is, the way that the steering sensitivity, and of course traction control. And then you got sport plus, or you could individually set it to different variables, whatever you want. What's great is, you'll see when we get into sport plus, it's got a nice little rumble out of it as we're driving down the road. You do have a nice sunroof, and I'm gonna go ahead and just open up the shade just to bring in more light, but let's focus here. You got tons of great wood. It's really gonna hide those fingerprints. Very slim AC controls. I even like here, you get a nice click. I don't know if you can hear that. You get a nice click. That feels really like upscale, high class. This is gonna control all your different features in the infotainment. So you could go drive wheel, or you could use the mouse pad here, whatever floats your boat. Plus you could go into your different locations for the different settings that I showed you before, whether you want to go into comfort or whatnot. You got your home button and everything. Very easy to understand and to get through. Nice Bombay doors, USB up in there. Also, you're gonna get USB wireless charging, and this one even has the optional ashtray. I don't smoke, so I don't know what I would put in this, maybe some change, and then I could carry it around and shake it up and be like, yeah, I got some change, but I don't know what's up with that. But hey, people use them, so more power to you. Seats, love what they're doing with the seats. I like the design. Very good bolstering, but not too much to where they squeeze you, and they're very supportive yet comfortable. Ventilated and heated, they really do the business, and they look super great. Speaking of super great, why don't you come on over to the business end and I'll show you behind the wheel of this E450 wagon. Come on over. All right guys, business end, behind the wheel of this wagon. Like I said, I'm digging it. I like the headroom. Now, I do have the seat kind of moved a little weird and the steering wheel moved a little weird just to give O'Neill a little bit more room to show off some of this. So I wouldn't normally drive this way, but I do feel comfortable in this car. Steering wheel, I love the thickness, I love the design. Little bit of gloss black and some nice brushed aluminum trim. Very good looking horn button. And then speaking of good looking, those gauges, very, very classy. I almost like the way that they're like a 3D. You see how the analog gauges kind of come forward, and then you have that other one, which is a little deeper. That digital display is a little deeper. You could go through all different fuel consumption, your different modes. Let me go ahead and put it back into Sport Plus where we belong here. So you just toggle down on that center switch. Very nicely done. Clear graphics, looks great. I'm loving the overall layout. Of course, you're gonna get a heated steering wheel. Of course, this is electric assist tilting and telescoping steering wheel. But enough about behind the wheel. Let's see where your passengers are gonna be sitting. All right, guys, back seat time of the E450 Wagon. Lots of room back here. Like I said, 6 feet tall. Even with the panoramic sunroof, I feel really great back here. The materials are so wonderful and nice, and they feel good. Speaking of feeling good, let me show up some things that are going on. So you actually have 2 sets of AC vents. You have them in the pillar here, which is really nice. But then as we transition behind these very good looking seats, the back of the seats are great. I like the way that they have some extra room for your legs. You got a nice little pocket here. Here's your 2 AC vents. You got the temperature controls, blower switch speed, and then I think this is smart, 12 volt and a home power source. Now, I am gonna zonk it because I would like to see a USB. A lot of people just simply using USB, and that would be a nice touch. But overall, feels great. You can pull down the center armrest. It's a little hard, but the reason why is plenty of room for all your knickknacks that you're taking on your trips with you. Not only 1, but 2 cup holders. Very nicely done. Let's go ahead though, pop that hatch and see what kind of room you have in a wagon. All right, guys, I've been talking this thing up saying, hey, stop getting your SUV, get yourself in a wagon. Let's see what kind of room we have back here. So you push, obviously electric assist. Look at that room. Nice, large, wide opening. Those seats are gonna be able to fold down with no problem. Very nicely done. There they go. You see that? All by the push of a button. Now, they didn't go flat because I got the seat a little further back, but they will fold flat, I promise, fat and flat. But you have a lot of PHAT, some fat space back here to put whatever you need. Of course, this is all gonna get moved and whatnot, and then you have these really nice storage areas. It's done very smart. The way that they've engineered back here, I'm telling you, you get lots of things in the back, and you're gonna have a lower center of gravity. And to be honest with you, you're driving something that you just don't see many of these anymore. But why don't we go ahead, since we're talking about driving it, let's go ahead and take this one for a spin. All right, guys, we're rolling out of Crown Eurocars. We're in the 2019 Mercedes Benz E450 Wagon with the all-wheel drive. I'm telling you, very, very comfortable, very easy to drive. Right now I have it in Sport Plus mode to give us a little bit better sensitivity when it comes to throttle response, steering, all that great stuff. And that's the wonderful thing about Mercedes-Benz, is that not only are you getting that tech when it comes to performance, but you're also getting all the safety features that you could even dream about. So go ahead, have a dream, sleep tonight, and guess what? Mercedes-Benz has all those features. So we're gonna do, from a dead stop, a little acceleration test here. I'm gonna left foot brake on throttle. Digs down. And I'm telling you, you're off and running. This thing, 0 to 60 in 5 seconds or so, and it really feels like it. The shifts are so fast. Now, of course, you can use the paddles behind the wheel. They are plastic and they're black as well, which kind of takes away from everything. I wish they were silver. It would have at least helped it out a little bit. They're just on the smaller side, so I would like to see those a little bigger, but I doubt many people are going to be driving their E450 Wagon shifting through their own gears. But this thing, that 9-speed, shifts very, very smooth, very quiet, and very fast. Visibility is great. Out of all the different windows that we have here, on throttle, with that 4MATIC, it just sticks and you're just going. Love the overall feel of the vehicle, really superb. When it comes to controls, where everything is laid out seems to be perfect, spot on. The gauges are very clear, very crisp. Especially I have it on the performance gauge on our infotainment system section here, and you can see just how large they are, telling us our horsepower and torque and whatnot, which is really cool just to have those different features. And if you want to go back to navigation or whatnot, it's very, very easy to get to. You click down, there we are with our navigation. But the way that this thing handles and drives, you don't feel like you're in a wagon, that's for sure. But very smooth, very quiet, great feel to it. Let's see how it handles in this right-hand bend. On the brakes, brakes feel great, tip it in, very nice. Rear wheel drive, you know, you can feel that rear wheel bias out of the all-wheel drive system. I like it, coming out. Well done. All right, guys, it's been another wonderful day here at Crown Eurocars. I definitely got to give a huge thank you to Bianca and everybody else at the dealership allowing us to showcase these amazing Mercedes Benz products. If these are the types of things that you like to see on Rady's Rides, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content for you, click the link in the description, get yourself some Rady's Rides merch. It goes a long way. Speaking of going a long way, we have another big gun in the arsenal here at the Rady's Rides family. Big Guns O'Neill, doing the business. He's hitting the gym. He's following some of the words of wisdom that Big Guns McGee, Tom Moschner, has given him, and we're upping his protein intake. So right now I got an IV clipped to his arm, feeding him with some very good healthy whey protein. O'Neill, thank you for all your hard work. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.